Hello everyone, and welcome to a new challenge series on this channel. This one I found it was created by the Midlife Simster on his channel, and I'll link to it down below. He called it Easiest Cheesy 1-2-3 Challenge, a Chall Challenge, a couple different names. I'm going to call it basically a horsepower challenge, and that's because during this series we can only use equipments that have certain horsepower limits. So for tractors, that's 136 horsepower, 200 horsepower for trucks, and 300 for harvesters. So kind of jump into some of the settings that we're using for this. Um, Timescale will be on 3 when we start. It may go back and forth. We are on hard difficulty. Traffic is on. Seasonal growth is on. Snow is on. I may shut that off if I have issues. Same way with traffic. Traffic on this map, I have had issues where it piles up for some reason in certain spots. Snow for PC players is kind of, some PC players it's bugged, and that's the way it is for me, and it won't melt in the summer, and I have to go in and exit the game and delete some files inside the game to get it to go away. So we'll see how that goes. Maybe it's been fixed. As far as crops and growth, everything is on except Fieldstones is off. Disaster is visuals only. We do have automatic engine starter off. This is a new one for me. The trailer fill limit is turned on. I normally play with it off. Not sure how that's going to affect me. If it will, we'll see. And then all the AI workers buying stuff is set to off. We do have, as you can see, we started with $1 million. We do have a $250,000 loan. So some of the other things I want to go over is the mods I'm using. I'm trying to stick to mods that are available for console players as well, so you can kind of see all the mods I got here. Try not to go with anything too OP, too cheap. Um, Most of this, all this should be, as far as I know, available for both. I do, like I said, I am on PC. I do have some quality of life script mods. They're not game mods. They're basically like this time-saving stock check, so I can see if I've got wheat. It'll tell me when's the max value time, what month, tells me what it's worth now. Things like that. I've got crop extra info on my HUD. I've got an additional one that helps me with screenshots for my thumbnails. So nothing that would give me an advantage in gameplay is what I'm saying. So alright, so we've kind of covered that. The premise of this is we are starting with $1 million on this Pallegney map, which that's the way I say it. A lot of people say Pallegney or whatever. Um, we need to buy fields 103 and 31. We have to buy both of those, and this is basically the starting farm if you've ever done it. And we do have a wheat field. I'm not sure what's in our other field over here. Looks like canola. Yep, canola. But yeah, you can see this is one of the HUDs I've got. It, like I said, it's just quality of life. It tells me that it needs limed, it needs plowed. That's information you could get through the map. It's just, it doesn't give me a gameplay advantage. It's a quality of life. So yeah, this is the farm we start with. It's very cool. We got silage bunkers. I don't think I'm going to end up using silage. We might end up selling those at some point. I love this farm. It's probably one of my favorite starting farms so far, which is one of the reasons I took on this challenge. I was trying to find a way to incorporate this in without just doing the normal playthrough, and this I stumbled across this challenge. It it's right up. Seems like it'll work well for what I want to do. But you got chickens out here free roaming. We do start with a few chickens. Trying to remember. Here's the chicken. 8 of 30. So we could buy more chickens, and we probably will. We'll max out the chickens. This is our cow stalling, cattle pen. And it will hold 102. We didn't start with any. I do plan on doing that. It'll probably be water buffalo, just because one of the other things that comes with this place is over here, I believe. Not sure where the triggers are, if this is it, but basically this cheese factory. Can we get in here? Yeah. We own a cheese factory. So we can make all this butter, milk, chocolate. And that's kind of be our end goal, is to get this thing going. Or we'll work towards getting that thing going good. This door open. I think around here, yeah, we have our wardrobe trigger and then our sleep trigger. I wish that they would have made this so you could go inside. I like houses that you can go inside. I don't feel like I'm sleeping on the porch then. We have some loft bale storage here, which is nice. That's pretty much it, I believe. I don't. Yeah, just some garage storage. I do believe there is a shop trigger here somewhere. It must be right here, I think, if you get inside here. Yeah. So we can get inside here and we can repair or customize our vehicles, which is nice. This is not my normal style. I don't like real tight farms, but like I said, this is such a cool, the way it's built in. It's built into the town. We can kind of show that as well here. We go basically right out onto the street of the town, which is really cool. I mean, these are ours too. These gray doors are all of ours to get in and out. I just think that was so clever and neat that I wanted to play it. And I think in order to play it, the best way, because this is small, it would be smaller equipment, which is another reason when I found this challenge, I said, okay, yeah, I'll definitely give that a go. So, a few other rules. We can lease. We can do contracts. Now, nothing was really said on the contracts or wrote down, but I'm going to limit contracts to only being able to, if I have the equipment for it. I can't borrow the equipment just to, and I don't want to do a ton of contracts because I do a lot of contracts in other series, but I do like the option of having that open to make a little extra cash if you really need it. Or, like I said, we do have a $250,000 loan. We're going to need to make sure that we're making our payments on that. If we run into a case of some tough times, we're going to have to do some contracts to make ends meet. But right now we've got this wheat and this canola field. We need to get these harvested. So we'll probably go to the store. Yeah, and this is a good example. This tractor we couldn't buy. This one we could. I mean, ideally we could come in here. We'd have 117 horsepower Zedor ready to go for under 50K. Great tractor. I don't like using the I will use this used cells. I don't like using it right when the game launches. Just a personal preference. I feel like you could just keep loading the game till you've seen something good here, and then start your series and go, oh yeah, you know, I got this great tractor right off the bat. What lucky me. Not that you couldn't cheat later on. That's just me. I won't be buying from that the first 4. for things in there. As things start repopulating in there, I will. This is another one of those script mods I was talking about. It sorts my inventory from low to high. Like I say, not game breaking. It's not an advantage over the console players. It's just nice so I can come in here and see what I can afford. But I'm kind of interested in the Massey. It goes up to 90 horse, but I think bang for your buck, it's hard to beat the old John Deere 3650 starting out. Uh, and we are going to want a front load attacher to it. As far as the rest of it, we could change tires. I don't think we want anything different as far as. I do want to wait, but I think I'll buy the weight. I think I'll buy the weight and just keep with the 3-point. The 3-point's so handy. We'll buy a weight to go on to it if we run into where we need it. But we're going to buy this. And for harvesting, we're also going to... I don't know if we need a trailer right now. Probably not dying for a trailer, but we will eventually need a trailer. So I'm probably going to buy this one because it is able to convert it down to a bale trailer with auto load, which is one of the mods that we can have, the auto loading bale trailers, which is good because I hate loading bales. So we'll buy this. This will work as our grain cart. And then as far as combines, I think you've seen in the mod, we had this new all-in-one. I don't think I'm going to buy it. I think right now our money's better off saving. I'm just going to lease it. And I don't think there's anything on here that I need to change. So let's just go ahead and lease that. And the header. I'm going to try and get away without leasing the trailer. This thing is tiny. I mean, we're talking 4 meters, so I think, I hope, let's just say I hope. My hope is I can get it down the road from the shop to the field here without needing a trailer. Just trying to save as much money as we can because it's gonna run out fast, and we don't have a real good source of income at the moment. So try and make the best of it. For as little cheap as it is, it's kind of a long one. Hard to get in here and turn around. Alright. Yeah, I think this challenge will be fun. I screwed around a little bit on this map if you've watched any of my lives with the used equipment challenge. I really like this map. It's probably one of my favorites that came out so far, especially because of the starting farm and the other custom farm that's on this map. It's really well done. And the fields are nice. They're not. You do have a lot of big fields, which will be interesting with the smaller equipment. But I like. Man, what the heck, dude? Just whip me around. I do like off to our right here these custom pastures that are built into the map too. Very cool. A lot of nice touches is guess what I'm saying with this map. But the part of this challenge is just see how you tackle it. It is hard economy, so you are going to struggle. Be great if I didn't have that $250,000 debt. I wouldn't care as much, but we do have that. And the debt usually isn't too bad on these, but I don't have much income coming in right now, so let's see what we got here. I'm going to use steering assist. Oh, I think I gotta unhook. Always seems like I gotta unhook to be able to. Oh, better turn this on. It's saying disable swath, but am I leaving a swath? Why, I don't know. I guess it's leaving a swath. Not a very impressive one, or it's going to be one that's going to be a pain to pick up. Because I kind of do want to get the straw off of here, because we do have the cow pen, although I don't know if we'll end up using that right off the bat. Yeah, it's putting down a swath. It's just a fatty. So I don't know if we'll end up using that straw in our cattle pen, or more than likely what's going to happen is we're going to have to sell it. We really don't have, like I said, any income at the moment, so I know straw's not going to make you super rich, but it'll at least help us make the payment every month, help us get started everywhere else. That, and I'm not convinced that the dairy is going to get started too soon. I think I'm going another route as far as weight on the cows. Maybe get goats going first. They're a little cheaper, easier right out of the gate. Or that's my thought. Because one thing with goats is we can put them on grass. They can survive on and be fed off the grass, off the meadow. Good chance we don't even have to feed them through the winter. Cattle up here, we're going to have to make sure that we have plenty of food for them. Now it could be, with the recent update, it can be hay, it can be grass. They'll eat grass, and I think they'll do like 40% productivity. But ultimately we'd like to have at least hay or silage to get that 80%, if not TMR for the 100% production. But we're so far away from that, and it's going to require, in order to do TMR, it's pretty equipment and land rich. We have to have access to straw, grass fields, and with straw means that we're putting up crops like this. Gotta be honest, this I didn't look to see what the yield was on this field, but so far it's not looking that great. This is a small combine. I realize our header's tiny, so we aren't taking a big chunk out of here, but we are not getting much in the way of a yield here. That's for sure. Just go on up here. Cut this piece out by the looks of it, then we won't have to worry about it later on. This field is pretty small. which is fine because our header here is this combine is very small too. But I think I'm going to put these back to grass. I think with the direction I want to go with goats and all that, I think we'll get started on grass first. Grass is always good. It also gives us something to do more than once a year. With crops right now and only having 2 fields, we're pretty much limited to basically just doing contracts. At least with grass, we would have something to do every 2 months. So I know I do grass a lot, and I like doing grass, so we'll put grass in these 2 fields, and eventually start looking for another field as a grain crop. We're full on full here, so we better run over and grab our wagon. Let's see here. We'll run this home, get that grain, get it put away. I think I'm going to store it for right now, just because it's off season. That could change before this month's over. Like I say, I'm not sure where we're going to be at with cash once we start. We got a bunch of other things I want to do. Okay, just finishing up with the harvesting of this wheat field. This combine, it's not bad for as cheap as it is. I don't know if we buy this one later on or if we go with the bigger Massey. The really only downside to this one, besides obviously the small header, is the turning radius is pretty horrific on it. I'm wondering, didn't say that thing was full. Okay. Maybe it is. How much? Oh, okay. Well, this is already, I talked about, I've never ran with the weight limit, and we are at the max of the weight limit. That must be what that means down there. I was going to say, this thing holds 8,000 liters. Good to know. So, first little dose of realism. I guess that's something else to talk about. Some of the mods, you know, I talked about I'm going to try and limit it to mods that are only available to crossplay, but also some that are not, what do you want to say, unrealistic, broken, too broken. If you follow my channel, one of my favorite mods is Omatana's TARDIS wagons. You know, they'll hold 200,000 liters of grain. Love those things. Won't be using them on this series, unfortunately. So those type of mods we just won't mess with. I would probably like to hold on to my wheat as long as I could, since the chickens can eat that. Now they won't eat much, so I don't know. We'll have to kind of evaluate that as we go, but it might be a long time before we plant more crops that they can eat. So I'll have to think about whether or not I'm going to keep that for them, or if we sell it. But it'll be the last crop we sell between this and the canola, so we'll get the canola sold first and then come back and sell the wheat. I'm not sure how much our silo even holds anyway. We should look at that. Now that we've got some in there, it should at least maybe give us a quantity of what it'll hold. Hopefully. But yeah, even this silo is cool that it's built right into the walls essentially of your home. Does it tell us? Okay. So we got a 500,000 capacity. 7,000 wheat. So like I said, one of the mods I did is this stock check. So it tells me right now that total value is only worth not quite even $2,000. If we wait till January, we're going to get closer to 3,000. That's just both poor yield and probably a case of the hard economy. The hard economy is really going to affect crop prices. I guess the other thing I don't like about that harvester is how wide these swaths are. As a matter of fact, I know I'm going to do grass work, so I'll probably purchase a windrower and see if I can windrow this before we even try to bale it, because yeah, that's just not going to work. Anyways, I'm going to start doing this canola field. I'll probably just do a time lapse of it, and I'll bring you back after we're done. That field all finished. Just getting what yielded. It wasn't great. I didn't double check that to just see what we had for weeds. into the, oh, we did right there at the end. 98% when we hit the max weight. I'm not sure how that works. If anybody knows, is that weight for the trailer itself or what the tractor can pull? So if I had the full 136 horsepower we can have on this challenge, would I be able to fill that? Or is it the wagon that can't handle it? I'd be interested to know. Yeah, we got that all done. But that small header, not bad. I mean, 2 small fields, thank goodness, or else it would have took us forever. Get this all dumped and just see what we ended up with. If it was better than the wheat, well, it better been better than the wheat because it was a much, that's a bigger field, or it seems like it's a bigger field. Let's take a look. Yeah, over 10,000 yield. Which, if we wait till December, we're going to get pretty good money, 7,400. That's your hard economy for you. We're not too far off now, 5,800. We'd lose about 1,600 bucks if we have to sell it, but I think we'll hold out as long as we can. We're going to return the lease of those. Get the header back too. And then, like I said, while I was going around in circles there, thinking, as you do when you're riding a combine for hours, I talked about getting goats, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to end up buying this field here. Let's just run over to it. Does need lime, does need plowing. Which the grass yield is pretty poor on this. Geez, 22% yield bonus. But it hasn't been fertilized. We could come back. But this will house goats. This is part of this map. One of the things that I like is it has these built-in pastures. So I'm not quite sure where the goat milk comes out. I want to say it's over here on either side of the gate. Can I open the gate? Oh, probably because I don't own it yet. But yeah, I think we're gonna buy this. Buy this piece for 108,000. Open it up. What is this? Yeah, see, we can get 200 goats in here. And I'm thinking this is the way to go because we got a lot of meadow here. 7,500 that we can start. We can start our goat empire, if you will. So, probably gonna come in here. Before I do this, though, we better buy some equipment. Better buy the rest of the equipment that we think we need. Fertilizer tank for sure. So let's go back up. Fertilizer. And I think I'm going with this one. I used this on some other map. It works pretty good for the money. And it doesn't hold much, but it will do lime as well, so we are going to have to lime some of our fields. So I'm going to buy that. We'll also buy some fertilizer. Might buy some extra just because. Maybe I'll go with 8 total. We are going to do some fertilizing contracts, so I don't want to run out of money and not have enough fertilizer. And maybe we'll go 6. And then what else are we going to need? We're going to do mowing. The round baler, we're going to bale that straw yet too. So this, the cheapest round baler. It's nothing great, but it also only requires 70 horsepower, so we shouldn't have any problems pulling it. We do need the netting. Let's buy that. What else? I'm not sure on the mowers. I have not used these before, but I put these in here. Thinking 3.2 meters. Is that better to pull behind than to go with the standard 3.1 on the front? Or do we go all the way up to like the Vermeer? The nice thing about the Vermeer, if I remember right, is it will put it in a windrow, which this will too. I'm not sure the Kloss will. That gets pretty expensive. Let's see on our windrower. We are going to buy a windrower. Ooh. Probably going to go with the Sammy. Yeah. Buy this. Just trying to get an idea before I get too crazy here. I kind of want to do silage, so I do want to wrap. We'll probably buy the cheap one. Man, running out of money fast. $87,000. We're going to need lime, I think, for those fields that we just got done. We need to replant them. And if I'm not mistaken, both of those need plowed. Let me look. Crop state. Yeah, they both need plowed. Well, crap. Okay. Needs plowed. I believe. Let me look in here. We have a subsoiler that'll work to plow. This mod here only takes 75 horse. It's tiny though, 2.3 meters, but I think the next step up is 125 horse, which unfortunately we're not there yet. So let's buy this. That'll get our ground tore up. We still need something to mow with though. I kind of want to, I know I'm going to be mowing a lot, so I kind of want to just break down and buy this and be done with it. I don't think I can go with these setups because, well, 120 horse, I can't right now. This one takes 110. I'm pretty sure this one does a windrow. Puts it in a... We're going to buy this. We are going to do a lot of mowing. Hopefully I'm not screwing up. But we might not buy any goats. Okay. What else am I thinking that we have to have? I'm sure I'm forgetting something. Let's run down to the shop and pick some of that up, I guess. I think for now, though, I'm going to probably end this episode. I'll go grab all of our equipment, bring it back here. We'll get it all lined up, figured out, and before we start next episode. I may just end up, instead of buying goats, we might just end up having to mow that field for right now. We'll get what silage we can off of it, and we'll come back in 2 months, and that maybe then we'll put goats in it. But that'll do it for this episode. This episode 1. Like I said, all the information on the challenge will be in the description, and I'll see you back on the next one. Thanks. Bye.